ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On first down, Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
5 yards remain on second down. Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. They'll find Fournette again here. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 8. Complete to Leonard Fournette. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Buccaneers 0.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Shotgun now for Brady. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10. They'll look to throw again. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Brady to throw again. And a catch right side by Evans. And they're going to move it down the inside the 25. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And a short pickup to about the 25.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 25 on second down, Jackson forced out to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the gun, Fournette. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Succop's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Here's 2nd and 9. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. In motion goes the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they take a big, big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Chris Godwin, 30 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is now 10-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Dobbins again on second down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Brady now on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Succop's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9. Brady looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And some room to run now. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll run with Dobbins. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Buccaneers' 8-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys would get it at the 25. Defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
Brady now on first down. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now Jackson throwing on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. Yeah. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Steps away to his left. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
They find some open field here.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Second and 11. Jackson. A
slant route caught by Bateman. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down.
22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Oh, we changed it. We changed it.
From the 22, Jackson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Bucks going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So a big play coming now for the Bucks as they'll go for 2. So after the INT, it's Brady. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Now it's Jackson. That is caught, Bateman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. A stop made defensively by Mike Edwards.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, little.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 27-yard line.
142 yards on the ground for it now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end.
Jackson. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Las Vegas. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. First play, first pass for Brady. He completes it to Evans. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
To throw again on second down. Brady.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
7 yards there and a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out in the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They run for the first time here with Rashad White.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. From midfield, here's Brady.
And the timing a bit off that time as Howard falls to the ground.
He did a good job keeping his focus downfield as he rolled out of the pocket, trying to fit a pass in. But that defender nearby made sure that one didn't result in a first down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
And Brady will sneak it. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as this defense went a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
To throw, it's Brady. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. He'll find Jones again, complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Touchdown!
Leonard Fournette.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Bucs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
From way up at the 23. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
right at the 30. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Come on. 60 Vices. 60 Eagles.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Warriors 17.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got ripped.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. To throw is Brady.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st down, Brady. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here.
A pass underneath for Fournette. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
Brady's going to sneak it. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Hey, set.
Now this time, Brady will throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup.
Brady going to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bucs go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point put through by Suckum. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
From way up at the 23.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw.
This one taken in by Otten.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Suckum. And it's now 21-0. Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe break the ice a little bit? Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Eagles.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
Elliott good on the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they had the rule of the roost here this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
On 1st down, Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
He's got room at the 30.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 52 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Offense set to begin their next possession.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
21 yards. Complete to Chris Godwin.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, 46 yards. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Hey, check that, street.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll send Brown in motion right.
55 yards. 7 Pirates. Dragon 60.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath him, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but closed there quickly at the end. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
19 tight.
Here's Hurts to throw. Out route pass complete to Goddard.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Flush to his right.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Trotty! Touchdown, Tampa Bay! 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Suck up for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. It's a second down run with Sanders. And some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 21-yard line. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember last drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by James Bradbury. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
70 Ranger. Mustang 19.
Hurts. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to get the football here at their own 23. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
A gain of 17 yards. Complete to Leonard Fournette. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the gun, it's Brady. Now he's got it. Touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside, who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point try now for Succo. And the lead is up to 18 now. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. From way up at the 23. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. Going for it with Sanders. And so, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. This is caught by Evans. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. Fournette running out of the gun. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Brady. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check pass. No. Leemo.
Looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. They're probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Seven Pirates.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. 30. Past the 20. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Eagles! Zach Pascal from 13 yards out. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Hurts will throw. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Brady to throw. Over the middle to Evans. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First down, here's White. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now Brady. That's going to be caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in for the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Eagles 37.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field,
and that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
no, we're not cheering, no, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Brady going to look to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Brady gives this to White. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Brady. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You made me forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield? They're eligible too.
Brady will look to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach, everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr., and the Buccaneers will take over here just shy of the 30. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Brady going to throw here. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And off we go from Las Vegas. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.